Hello everyone! I'm sure many of you watched Sony's conference at E3 this year, where they unveiled the PlayStation 4 and much, much more. One of the first things they did at this year's conference was show us the actual box, the actual model for the PlayStation 4. I was disappointed, to say the least, as it turned out to be just a big box with a gash running in the middle. Quite frankly, if they're trying to make it big and bulky to fit in with my living room, they're not doing a very good job because nothing else in my living room has a big gash in the middle. But I'm still very excited for it regardless of what it looks like. Next, they revealed some extras that the PlayStation 4 will have, like Netflix and Hulu. And I wasn't surprised. I doubt any of you are surprised that they'll have that. It's kind of obvious with today's technology. For a while, I was actually really bored. The conference was going nowhere for me, and I was about to click away and stop watching. But then they got to the games just in time, just to save my attention, and it got good. One of the first games that was shown was The Order. It looks kind of quirky and weird, as it's supposed to be set in medieval times, at least I think, and everybody's got these guns and all kinds of advanced technology that wasn't there. Quite frankly, I'm confused. Now, I could be wrong. I'll accept that. Maybe I am. I'll watch the trailer a couple more times. But it just doesn't seem exciting to me. It sounds quirky and confusing and weird, and I'm not really excited for it. The graphics were great. Just don't really care for the game right now. And after a bit, they got to Infamous Second Son. I don't think we saw any actual gameplay, per se, but the trailer makes the game look very exciting and almost tailored for me. The reason I feel it's almost tailored for me is because growing up, I was a huge fan of Avatar: The Last Airbender. I was fascinated and would almost give anything so that I could bend earth, water, fire, air, and other elements just by my emotions. The fact that Infamous Second Son is all about his special abilities with fire and other things that are elements to us, it seems very exciting, and it really tapped into that inner child that's still in me and made me just really, really, really want that game right now, today. Then, for a while, it seems Sony had nothing to show but Ubisoft games. Now, Ubisoft had a conference earlier that day, and quite frankly, it was a letdown for me. Had Sony not taken all of their gameplay footage, maybe the Ubisoft conference would have been better. Sony kind of hogged it all up just because they have extra exclusives in these games. The games themselves aren't exclusives for Sony. They aren't exclusives for PlayStation. They just have a couple extra things, like an extra hour of gameplay on Watch Dogs. However, I did mention Watch Dogs, and Watch Dogs looks great. It's all about a guy basically destroying the entire world, even though crime rates were super far down, and he's doing it with a smartphone, hacking into everything, getting what he wants, causing chaos throughout the entire city. Needless to say, that game is exciting and definitely making me anxious for this next gen and to get that game. Now, this video is not made to compare Microsoft and Sony at all. PS4, Xbox One war can be battled in my video coming out later that has to do with Xbox One versus PlayStation 4. But I can't help but compare them, because it was almost like Sony was jabbing at Microsoft when they said this. They will not inflict any new restrictions on used games, and they will not require check for internet every 24 hours, otherwise the console is rendered useless. They will not have that. Don't let them fool you. It's not as simple as they say. They're still allowing publishers to decide whether they'll have extra DRM or not. They're letting publishers have all that freedom, and kind of so is Microsoft. Now, I don't know the entire situation about the online thing, but it wouldn't surprise me if they have something similar, just not exact. The Sony conference may have gotten off to a very rough start for me, especially when they showed us the console and it really wasn't much of a thing to look at. They closed it out really strong by baffling me yet again. The price for the PlayStation 4 at launch will be $399. I was expecting more like $600, maybe $550, $650, $550 to $650, somewhere in that range. Turns out I was really wrong, because it's going to be $400. That's insane. I'm completely confused, but I'm also really excited because that makes the PlayStation 4 so much cheaper and so much more within my reach to purchase. Alright, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Please hit the like or the dislike button corresponding to how you felt about this video. And I will catch you guys later.